Yo, what up? It's your boy Wiz Khalifa, man, and welcome to my house. Come on in.
Are you wondering what your dream home should look like? Maybe a look into the biggest mansions in America will help you understand the kind of home you'd like to have, in your dreams, of course. Stay tuned to find out. 10. Fairfield. It was built in 2003 for junk bond billionaire Ira Renner, for whom this was a dream home. It spread across 110,000 square feet and had 29 bedrooms, 39 bathrooms, its own power plant, 3 swimming pools, a synagogue, 2 courtyards, an orangery, a 164-seat home theater, a basketball court, and bowling alley. It cost around $110 million, and as a whole, the property was valued around $249 million on completion. The construction, however, was not easy and had multiple controversies attached to it. In fact, the writer James Brady even wrote a novel about it called The House That Ate the Hamptons. And perhaps that's the only reason behind the sheer level of luxury available in Fairfield. 9. Hearst Castle. Built between 1919 and 1947 for publisher William Randolph Hearst, the Hearst Castle was designed by one of America's earliest major female architects, Julia Morgan. The land that Hearst himself inherited after the death of his mother increased many folds without the amount of land purchases he kept making. The spread eventually encompassed about 250,000 acres. The entire complex is made up of the massive Casa Grande, as well as 3 expansive guest houses, huge gardens, and one of the most beautiful swimming pools in the world, including a showcase of legendary art collection. The Enchanted Hill, as Hearst liked to call it, has become a California State historical monument today and is open to visitors. Number 8. Linwood Hall. Built in 1898, Linwood Hall was said to have been designed after a manor house at Prior Park in Bath, England. It is assumed to have a cost of $8 million, but many believe this figure to be exaggerated. It was constructed for the Philadelphia businessman Peter A.B. Widener. Today, however, it is left completely neglected and vacant ever since a decade. Widener's son and grandson died in the Titanic's 1912 sinking, and he died only 3 years later. Since then, it has been in a terrible state of disrepair. Most of the original 300-acre tract has been sold, and Linwood Hall now stands on an overgrown 36-acre parcel of land. 7. Woodley. Located in New York, Woodley contains 75 rooms and cost around $2.5 million to build at the time. The Victorian-style mansion was completed in 1893 and was originally owned by Colonel Elliot Fitzshepard, a founder of the New York Bar Association. Later on, the mansion became the clubhouse of one of America's top-rated clubs and golf courses. This mansion on the Hudson River covered 70,000 square feet and was the 15th largest private house in America. It was inspired by Kimberley Hall in England, the ancestral home of P.G. Wodehouse, whose genius created the world's most famous butler, Jeeves. 6. Meadowbrook Hall. Built in the 1920s for Matilda Dodge Wilson, the widow of Dodge Motor Car Company's founder John Francis Dodge, Meadowbrook Hall is spread across 1,500 acres. It is known as the preeminent example of the country estate lifestyle of America's automotive aristocracy. The hall contains 110 rooms, which makes it the largest historic home in the Midwest. It is open for tours all year round and attracts many tourists who show up to observe the luxurious hall. The estate is also available to host private and business events, weddings, and corporate holiday entertaining, and more. In 1957, Wilson and her second husband donated the hall, all its collections, the estate, and $2 million to found what became Oakland University. 5. Versailles. Spreading across 85,000 square feet, the Versailles house belongs to Westgate Resorts founder David Siegel and his wife Jackie Siegel. The enormous unfinished mansion featured in the documentary The Queen of Versailles, it is clearly named and even modeled after the Palace of Versailles in France, and would be one of the largest single-family homes in the United States. It contains 13 bedrooms and 23 bathrooms. The construction was not exactly easy. It took very long and underwent numerous complications. It stalled in 2009 as the financial downturn hit. In fact, the owner Jackie expressed regret for ever having started building the home in the first place. 4. Shadow Lawn. Built in 1929, the mansion stands in the footprint of an earlier mansion, which was once inhabited by President Woodrow Wilson until it was destroyed by fire in 1927, shortly after $1 million had been spent on its renovation. The current mansion includes 130 rooms, cost $10.5 million to build, and was the private residence of the F.W. Woolworth Company president Hubert Templeton Parson. It was designed by contemporary architects in an American Beaux-Arts style, derived from the neoclassical tradition of the French École des Beaux-Arts. Given that the Great Hall is a National Historic Landmark, its original features are maintained in accordance with the strict guidelines established by the Department of the Interior. In 1955, the second Shadow Lawn was purchased by Monmouth University, which is the grateful recipient of numerous grants and awards that preserve, restore, and recognize the historic significance of the Great Hall at Shadow Lawn. Other than just being the extravagant mansion people visit to observe its beauty, Shadow Lawn is a movie location as well. That can spark interest among visitors. It was used as Daddy Warbucks' mansion in the 1982 film Annie. 3. Winterthur. Built in 1837, Winterthur underwent massive renovations in the 20th century by Henry Francis DuPont, who doubled its size. He wanted to create a museum which preserved the best of American style and craftsmanship. It included 175 rooms, which ranged in mood from the unpretentious wood-paneled grade of the Marlborough Room to the opulent Port Royal parlor. The 1,000 acres include many gardens, revealing the harmony of nature around it, that were designed by DuPont himself. People are allowed to visit it to witness the galleries, special exhibitions, the garden, and enchanted woods. 2. Oheka Castle. Located on the north shore of Long Island in West Hills, New York, the Oheka Castle is considered a hamlet in the town of Huntington. It was built as the country home of investment financier Otto Herman Kahn between 1914 and 1919. It is spread across 443 acres and includes 127 rooms. After Kahn died in 1934, the castle was passed down through several owners before it was eventually taken over by the Eastern Military Academy, who bulldozed the gardens, subdivided the rooms, and painted over the walls. The school, however, went bankrupt 30 years later and was nearly burned many times until a developer, Gary Mealis, purchased Oheka in 1984 and decided to restore the castle to its original grandeur. After $40 million in restoration, today it is considered one of the largest estates in American history. It's listed on the National Register of Historic Places and is a member of the Historic Hotels of America. It has earned the reputation as one of the most sought-after and prestigious wedding venues in the world, and has been the backdrop to many famous music, television, film, and photo production. Number 1. Biltmore Estate. Securing the rank of America's largest home, the Biltmore Estate was built for George Washington Vanderbilt II between 1889 and 1895. It is located in the heart of Asheville and the Blue Ridge Mountains, and looking like a French Renaissance castle, it is considered an architectural jewel. The home includes 250 rooms, including 35 bedrooms, 43 bathrooms, and 65 fireplaces. Not only is the house spread on 8,000 acres, but it is also home to forested trails and beautiful gardens, which include one of the country's most complete collections of azaleas. In fact, this is also the place where the nation's most visited winery is located. It is open for visitors and requires tickets to be bought, which cost around $60 to $85, depending on the time of the year. Tickets can be purchased online or at the Asheville Visitor Center. People often visit the estate to not only see the extravagance and charm with which the house is built, but also to take a stroll in the meticulously manicured gardens, a walk at the Bass Pond, take a tour of the beautiful winery, visit the Antler Hill Village, shop, engage in outdoor adventures such as fly fishing, river, biking, etc., or dine at one of the 6 restaurants that range from fine to casual dining. Which of these jaw-dropping homes left you in complete awe? And which one would you like to find more about? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Until next time.